Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Michael. I am a co-owner of Sale Freaks and a drop shipper of over 5 years using Sale Freaks software to drop ship from Amazon to eBay. I've made over seven figures doing eBay to Amazon drop shipping, and we want to basically teach you how to do that too.
Hi guys, I'm Wilf. I've just started my dropshipping journey, learning from the master here, Michael. We're going to be going through everything, how to make it more efficient, more profitable, and hopefully you guys are going to hoover up a load of information from this as well. A lot of you are probably in a similar position to me, kind of starting out or haven't started yet. But yeah, we're going to go through everything. Here we have it, Sell Freaks. You can start a 14-day free trial, and we have a 100% free dropshipping course with loads of content on the technical side and how to get started, how to set everything up. It tells you why we're doing the things we're doing, so this is super useful. But yeah, apart from that, what we're going to look at today, Michael?
Yeah, so we're going to look at how Sale Freaks can automate your ordering process, which basically means that when your order comes in from eBay, it comes straight through to Sale Freaks, it gets ordered on your supplier's account and gets sent direct to your customer with updated tracking for your customer to track their package. So keeping it completely hands off for you for the most part. So we're going to jump in then and look at the orders on Wilf's eBay account here, just to show you how the orders come in on eBay and how they are processed. So these ones are new orders. Wilf, if you go in to the status and change those ones over to
All
down
orders?
the bottom, paid and dispatched is that one, just
Yeah.
above the card. Yep. And then you probably need to scroll down. So what happens when the order comes in? You'll see the order comes in, you've got all the order information, you've got the view order details on the left-hand side. What we really want to show here is just how these have all been processed, dispatch, dispatch, dispatch. As you can see, we've got tracking information uploaded on there. Well, if you want to go down towards the bottom maybe and click one of the tracking links, the
Sure, let's
tracking
go
being
for this one.
fully automated onto your account. So it shows the item has been delivered right down at the bottom there, 4th of October, tracking number provided, 5th of October, package delivered. So all 100% automated, Wilf.
Didn't touch a thing for this one.
Didn't touch a thing. So as we can see, tons of orders on the account, all being processed. You don't need to worry about spreadsheets. You don't need to worry about manually processing things. I remember whenever I was using dropshipping software at the very start, where it listed the items onto my eBay, right? But I had to do all the orders. So I was doing them from my phone, I was doing them on the laptop in the evening, and so many times I was on autopilot, and the amount of times, like the next day, I got Amazon packages, and it was like a customer order that I just autopiloted, like past the address page, just default address. I was getting like popcorn makers and like other random stuff to my house, and I was just going, "Oh no!" So then a day later, I was then having to like go. I either had to go to the post office, pay for postage, lost money on the item, or reordered the product and then had to get a return label from Amazon and then send it back. And not only that, I was just spending a lot of time because like with dropshipping, it can like escalate quite quickly from like 3 or 4 orders a day to like where you're doing like on a daily basis. I could be doing 300, 400 orders a day across multiple accounts. Now, I would take a lot of time and a lot of manpower to physically do those. So, Sale Freaks, the order comes in, gets processed within about 10, 15 minutes. And then throughout the day, we check for the updates on the order, like when is it shipped, when is it dispatched, when is it, out for delivery, and updates all this information back onto your eBay so you don't have to. And your customer can also see the visibility of it as well, which means less customer service for you. You don't have to tell them where it is. They can click the link and see exactly in the chain where their item is. So super, super easy. We mark the item as dispatched on eBay for you as well. So you don't actually have to touch eBay. You should always check to make sure that everything's working properly. But 99 times out of 100, everything's uploaded. Now, in the odd scenario, we will get a situation where the auto order um, knocks back an order. It'll say there's an error for some reason or another, and we'll have to go in and manually process that order. So Wilf actually has a really good example on his account. At the minute, by the way, it'll show up on the left-hand side of your dashboard as a purchase issue. Sorry, just to go back in. So you've got your alerts, and it'll show here one purchase issue with an item of an income of £10. So we know that that's one product that hasn't gone through the order system, and we need to fix it. Basically, we need to process this order, right? So we'll scan into the order. We can see here the order, and we can see the error. Okay, so Wilf, problem with address, cannot save address. What's the issue with this one, mate?
So I've had a brief look, and I can see that the first name, let's open it up. I'm going to have to blur out everything, but we can have this part here. Within the actual name, they've put in brackets, leaving a safe place, which I think is...
Okay, so Amazon, obviously, if you go to try
They're
and
not
put
gonna
that
like
in the name, they'll not recognize either that it's too long, or they'll not like the characters in there. They'll not like the brackets,
Yeah.
basically. So there's two things you can do here, Wilf, okay, which is super, super cool, right? And maybe you're not aware of this, right? The first thing you can do is go to edit shipping address down in the bottom left-hand corner there. Okay, and
This
you can,
is a game changer, because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been doing the full purchasing thing for this.
So
Okay.
yeah, you can change that, right?
Right.
So you can just get rid of that leave in a safe place. Okay. Right, because although Tim wants that on there, we can't do it, unfortunately, Tim. Sorry, I'll
Not
just
this
give away
time.
his name. I'll not give away his surname though. So just before you click OK, another kind of there's a couple of other major things that this'll drop back for in the shipping address. Okay, so one, you've got the characters in there. Two, if it's a business name, Amazon won't deliver to a business name, so you have to like kind of get creative. Let's say it was like um Tim's something Ltd or whatever. You could remove the Ltd. You can kind of turn the business name into a surname or something like that, and get through.
Yeah.
Another very, very simple one that people make this mistake all the time is when there's a zero in the postcode, they put in an O.
Mm.
So like it's S42 O PJ or something when it should be zero PJ, and it knocks it back. Obviously, it's not a valid postcode. That happens all the time. So you can go in and edit it, click OK. So we can click OK on this one. We've fixed the leave in a safe place. And then if you go back to the previous screen where it shows all your purchase issues, we can actually just go in on the right-hand side again, Wilf, and just click place order, but don't place it. Whoops.
Whoops.
So what I was going to say is don't place it, and then we can show you if there is a genuine issue where we need to go in and fix the problem. Go into your eBay account, Wilf, and just go into your overview page, and let's see what's going on in there. Let's have a look. So on eBay, you've got a seller hub. Like you can see at the top, you've got your overview, you've got your orders, your listings, your marketing. So we're going to look at the overview, and that's fine. We'll just leave it at that. So over on the left-hand side, you've got some guides, you've got some get started guides, you've got your eBay community, you've got your seller center, you've got eBay rules and policies, really, really important stuff that you can go through and look at. Wilf, I'm sure you've been through all of these, watched all the videos, done
Oh,
everything, and no,
down to the
every
letter.
yeah. So I'll be honest, I've probably never watched these videos, but definitely some of the resources in there with regards to the links, the eBay rules and policies is definitely something you want to get familiarized with. Like I always say, your eBay accounts are your assets. These are the things that you need to protect the most against everything. So, Will, just talk us through a couple more of those sections then.
So this page is a great tool. It's something you have to opt in for, which I didn't know, which Michael told me about a few weeks ago. We can show you. We can probably put the link in the description to opt in for that. But it's super useful. So it gives you an update basically on the whole account. So you can measure your sales here. We can see some up and down, and then tasks, for example. So stuff that needs to still go out for someone who isn't dropshipping. This is even more useful. It will show you labels need to be printed, items still to be posted, things like that. And then there's promotional offers here. So Michael, tell me a bit about this, if this is at all useful to drop shippers.
So yeah, for sure, for sure. For some selected periods of times, you get promotional offers. So with this particular one, you've got 80% off your final value fees, excluding the 30 pence per order level fees. And basically, it's up to 100 listings. So what that's basically saying is you can, the next 100 items that you list, if they sell, you'll get 80% off the final value fee. So if your final value fee is 10%, you go to 2%. If
Mm.
that's good, if
Yeah,
my
that's it.
math is
That's the
right.
one.
So essentially, you're a repricer on Sale Freaks. You're not going to start changing these listings
Mm.
around. You're going to keep them at like your 12, 14%, whatever you have in your final value fee. So ultimately, that's an extra 80% profit on that sale, not an extra 8% profit on that sale, because you're not paying those final value fees. So super, super good. So what I would do with these particular offers is with those 100 listings, those are the ones that I would try and take the most time in making sure they're high criteria. I would even think about optimizing those 100 items and really trying to benefit from this. So those will come up from time to time. And then also if you've got free items, free listings, you'll see it there, free to list on a personal account. You've got 1,000 free listings. Just to put that into perspective, on a personal account or a regular account that doesn't have free listings, it's 35 pence per listing. So, 35p times, Will's got about 800 on his account at the minute, is about 280 quid. So you are making a massive saving by having those offers, and most personal accounts will have the free to list offer.
Yeah.
And then as you move through the gears, you'll have maybe a business account. There's different stores, subscriptions, and things. We'll talk about that at another time. But this was where it'll show you what limits you have left, how many you've used out of your X, just like it shows here. But always keep an eye on that for sure. Just going to the sales. Last 31 days, 272% up. The store, you mentioned that it's going up and down a little bit. That's kind of normal. It looks pretty consistent. You're going to have some low days, you're going to have some high days. Really, with dropshipping, you kind of have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, really, and where
Yeah.
will, for example, with your stores came from. I think you started in like
I think
August.
it was about halfway through August, late August type of time.
So late August, we're really only at the start of November. We're not at November.
Start
We're
of
at the start of
October.
October. I'll just fast forward myself a month. So yeah, we're in October. So this is a relatively new eBay dropshipping store. You've done £1,200 of sales in the last 31 days. You probably hit an average. We looked at your profit clock. I think in the last video, we've done about 100 quid of kind of gross profit on your sales in the 30-day period. So yeah, just go into that. That's okay. So as you can see, we got the report for the 1st of January to the 9th of October today at the date of recording. There's been £1,594 worth of sales in that period. So Will sold almost £1,600 worth of sales on his eBay account with zero knowledge of drop shipping prior to doing this. So Will did not know Sale Freaks, did not know what drop shipping was until we met in August, and he decided to let's start his eBay dropshipping journey. Basically, he's had £257 worth of selling costs, 153 buyers, so 153 people have bought blindly from Wilf, not knowing anything about him or his business. That is the beauty of eBay. You don't have to have really much kind of social proof or anything. Well, I think you had like a couple of buyers' feedbacks, but you weren't really selling the
Yeah,
account. You
not
maybe
much,
a
not
couple of
much.
items, not much. So this is perfect. So we get a bit of insight of where his sales are coming from. We've got computers, we've got books, various different things, business, office, industrial. There's probably more, but we can see we can start to get an insight of the types of products, and it basically is everything and anything as long as it works. So on the next graph there, we can see then all his sales have came mostly last month. Okay, so we started in month one. September was month two. He made over £1,000 of sales in his first full month. like that's pretty decent, like considering you're only listing a couple of products per day,
Hmm.
still figuring out how to work sale freaks. Um, and just tell us again, like how kind of quickly did you hit the ground running when you started? Because you really just took the free sale freaks course, watched the YouTube videos, and kind of got started.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the entire free course, got myself set up that evening. Well, as I was doing the course, got myself set up, and then I think within a week, I think yeah, within around a week, I had made my first sale, and at that point, it was like okay, full speed ahead. Let's go straight into this, and then it grew and grew and grew.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, you can see this account has just gone from, like I say, A to sales within like a week. Good solid first month. October, let's hope it does much the same. I mean, we're still learning, so we're playing around with margins. Like, we're still getting an idea of where the best place to find our listings from and what really hits that sweet spot in some of those areas. So I mean, if we get anywhere close to what it was in September, that would probably be a good October. If we can beat it, even better.
Hmm.
But like with everything, you're going to have bad days, good months, bad months. We're getting to quarter four. We're starting to list more. We're starting to optimize things. We're starting to find our feet in terms of moving profit margins around and squeezing the most out of our store. So I would expect by the end of October, you're going to do pretty well. And then November, hopefully, is going to be even better. We want to see that upwards trend. So yeah, super impressive. And like you say, it's like, get started, jumped on the free eBay course or the dropshipping course, watch some older YouTube videos. Even the stuff that we're doing now is like way more relevant.
Yeah.
The beginners course that you're doing, like as a sole project of where you're following everything, gives even more insight. Um, so like the message here really is, if you're thinking about getting involved and you want to make some extra cash, you want to start that side hustle, or you want, even if you wanted to turn into a bigger thing down the line, it can be scaled so easily.
Hmm.
Uh, what's the kind of what's been your biggest kind of hurdles or pitfalls when it comes to eBay dropshipping? And I know that, like, I'll even say it myself, when the software is working 100%, it is amazing. We do have, there's issues from time to time. You have to battle through it. But what has been your biggest hurdles that you've had to overcome?
I mean, I've only experienced it once. I'm not sure how I'd actually find any evidence of it on my store. I mean, there was a period of like a week or so where I think I had a few more negative profit purchase issues than normal. I think there was a tiny issue going on with the repricer. Most of my orders, like 90% of them, were still doing just fine, but I had a few more than usual. It didn't put me in the red or anything, but that's something I noticed. But that's been fully solved now, and I don't think I've had one for like a week or something. So yeah, but I mean, day to
Yeah,
day, there's
sure.
nothing, nothing too, nothing unovercomable.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense. And I mean, mine was exactly the same. And there is going to be issues, and there's ways to, how we deal with those issues defines how we are going forward, I guess, because not every day is going to be easy. There's going to be those tough days where you have to dig in, and you might have to process more orders than normal because of something that's failed. And I mean, a lot of these issues really are out of our control. So number one, control what you can control. If the auto order system, for one reason or another, is not in action, you need to process your orders. You need to get those done in a timely fashion that is in line with what you've told your customer, as in
Mm.
what your business policies and things are set to. Um, I mean, we rely on so many things. So we rely on eBay and we rely on Amazon, obviously, as the two main factors. So for example, if we're running a software that automates this process in a whole circle, it only takes for eBay to move like something in their code,
Yeah.
or a button or a terms and condition or something, that then stops the software from being able to function how it's meant to function. So then we have to rewrite that part of it to fix that. Or if Amazon can make some minor changes that on the naked eye would be nothing, but if they move like or change part of the code within like the checkout
Hmm.
function, or where you click buy now or add the card or something like that. If something just changes slightly in that, we have to change the whole system. And that could be, it could be a 10-minute fix, or it could be, a couple of hours. So there are going to be these issues. It's just part and parcel with trying to automate so much. And it's like anything. I tried to buy a pair of sneakers the other day. I shouldn't really be buying any more pairs of sneakers, but then on the Nike app, it just kept just giving me the little loading circle
Yeah.
for ages. I tried again later that day, and I just assumed, okay, well, that's something's obviously down on the app, and that's
The reassurance for me is that like working behind the scenes as well, I can see the support team and how they work with the technical side and everything. Like as soon as there is an issue where it's brought to their attention, they're all immediately working on fixing it, which is pretty much as you can do when it's exterior things going wrong. All you can do is be fast to react, and I can already see that that's definitely happening behind the scenes.
yeah, for sure. And I think one of the big advantages is with ourselves, actually, we do the business model, so we're not just there to kind of
Yeah,
push the software. I used the software for like 5+ years, and then took it over within the last 18 months or whatever. So we are still very much within the business model, and we're doing eBay, the Amazon dropshipping, which I think is very, maybe not unique, but probably um, less common when it comes to, these kind of SaaS softwares and things, because
yeah,
we're not just here to sell the software. I'm actually a user, you're a user, Craig's a user. We have other, people on the team that actually, use the software, and we started as eBay drop shippers, and we still continue to be so it's kind of weird, because sometimes I still feel like more of that than a Sale Freaks owner. But this is what I love about it, because in the sense that we're talking about, we can see issues, and we can relate to these issues, and then we can figure out better ways of doing things and optimizing the system, or bringing in a new feature, or whatever else. So that is the beauty of it. But
yeah,
once again, the barrier to entry is so low, and you can get to that point. A lot of people ask me, well, how many months would it take for me to actually make profit? And the proof is right there. I mean, within 30 days or within 60 days, you can be profitable. You can make profit from month one,
yeah,
like
without
100%.
a
You've got
doubt.
a free trial on Sale Freaks. Even the lowest package is like 20 quid or something. Free eBay account, free personal listings. You can make enough to cover in your first month, 100%. And
Yeah,
then by month three, you could be, realistically, by month three, you could be making 100, 200 quid. By month six, by month 12, you could be making like a part-time wage, and really, onwards and upwards to like, a full-time average, wage in the
yeah,
UK or the US, or wherever you may be. That might vary depending on where you are. But the reality is, it can be very automated and become very passive. I'll never say that it's 100% passive, because like any business, there needs to be a human element. There needs to be someone that loves the business, and really makes the business work, and makes sure that we're checking everything, and making sure that it's running efficiently, and making these little tweaks that we're going to hopefully show you over the course of many more videos, that can really set you aside from the rest of the competition. But yeah,
exactly.
on that note, we'll wrap it up. And for anyone that gets to the end of these videos, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Okay, cheers.
Bye bye.